Time for a special edition of Money Watch in which we are answering your money questions. And by we, I mean CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger, a certified financial planner and regularly a giver of advice on her Jill on Money radio show and podcast. Certified Jill is here.
Yeah, certifiable for sure.
Certified. All right, question number one. Cheryl from Maryland wants to know why she should use bonds when stocks seem to perform so much better.
You know, over the long haul, Cheryl's right. You look at stock performance, you go back 50 years, 100 years, and it trounces the bond performance. But the reason people like to use bonds and why I like them is it can smooth things out. Because if you're 100% in a very risky asset like stocks, then when it goes down, you start to panic and maybe you make a decision at the wrong time. So a little stocks, a little bonds, a little cash, we call that diversification. It can help smooth things out.
Yes, diversifying the portfolio.
Right
as they
on.
say. Okay, so Ken from Ohio recently got married to his wife. Congratulations. She owns their home. So he wants to know if there's an easy way to add himself to the deed, and should he?
Well, I think it's actually a pretty good idea if you're going to contribute to this household and you're going to put the money in. You can easily add a spouse to a deed, which is different than adding a non-spouse. I want to be clear about that because we can give money back and forth between legally married spouses and have no tax event. However, if it were like, oh, I'm going to put my son on the deed, then there's a bigger problem because then when you do that, there can be a tax issue down the line. Spouses, fine. Non-spouses, you should get a second opinion because if you put, let's say I'm your parent, Tony, you with your quizzical eyes.
Well, no, because my mom just put me on the deed of her house in West Virginia where she's lived for 25, 30 years.
Right. So what she has done is she says, okay, just in case I want you on the deed, upon her death, what would happen is the half of the house that she gifted you is yours, but the rest of the house, there has to be a tax, there would be a tax event.
She didn't gift it. There was an exchange of cash.
Oh, that's different.
Okay.
If you buy in, that's totally different.
Oh, okay.
If someone gifts you a house, the problem is you inherit the price they paid for it. You get their cost basis, and that can create tax problems down the line.
Enough about me. Linda is wondering if she should take Social Security at age 62, and she's considering, is it possible the program might get cut under the current administration?
Well, the current administration has said they are not touching Social Security. Now, remember, there are three magic ages when it comes to Social Security retirement benefits: 62, 67, 70. At age 62, you can take your benefits early as long as you have 10 years of work. However, if you take it early, you have a permanent reduction to your benefits over the course of your life. And if you have a non-working spouse who's relying on you for that benefit, they too will have a permanently reduced benefit. The age that we call full retirement age, 67, at age 70, you get more money. It goes up a bit every year. The interesting thing is if you wait till 70, you get an 8% increase every single year, then that's in place for the rest of your life. And by the way, Social Security is indexed for inflation, so the amount you receive goes up every year with the inflation rate. So it's not bad if you can afford to wait.
Okay, one more from Gary from Illinois. He recently retired and wants to know if he should keep his 401k with his former employer or should he roll it over into an IRA?
Okay, three choices when you have an old plan. One, keep it where it is as long as the plan allows that. The second is a direct rollover to another workplace plan. So if you left, God forbid, CBS, went somewhere else, you could roll it into a new workplace. The other choice is a direct rollover to an IRA rollover. It's really up to you. I think if you have an IRA rollover, it's really good because you can then choose those cheap index funds that we were talking about last week. It's a very easy way to control things in one fell swoop, in one account. I like when we have consolidation of accounts.
You are so good at what you do. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much.
Really great, Jill.
I might roll over my old 401k.
Bring it right over here to the CBS plan.
Okay, great. Thanks, Jill.
If you at home have a money-related question that you would like Jill to answer, you can send an email to askjill@cbs.com, and she may answer it in an upcoming segment.